2.5, we're going to try the You Try It here. And this is saying launch Tarski's world. I've already done that. And open the sentence file Bill's argument. All right, so let's do that. So file, open, and we're going to go to Bill's argument, sentence file. So that's going to pull up some sentences here. So 1, 2, 3, and a conclusion. Remember, the text in green doesn't really matter. It's not part of what the formal language is, so those are just notes really. So it's premise 1, 2, 3, and then a conclusion. All right, so what's it wanting us to do here? This argument claims that B is between A and D follows from these premises. B is between C and D, A is between B and D, and A is to the left of C. Do you think it does? All right, so remember, we're in the section that is talking about counterexamples. And the idea is if you can get the premises to be true and the conclusion false, that's the very definition of invalidity, and that means that the argument is invalid. Also, one of the first things that I do when I open up Tarski's world is make the board flat so I can see everything better. That's up to you whether you want to do that, but that's just clicking on this. All right, so back to the instructions here. So number 2, start a new world and put 4 blocks labeled A, B, C, and D on one row of the grid. Okay, so this is the button that adds blocks. So we want to do that 4 times. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, and 4. And let's put them in the center so we can see them a little bit better. 2, 3, and 4. And we're going to label them A in this block, B, this block, C, this block, D. All right, we got our blocks now. So let's go back to the book. Did that. Arrange the blocks so the conclusion is false. So let's check the truth values now. All right, so we have 2 false and 2 true. So this is not the definition of invalidity. All right, we need true premises and a false conclusion to come up with a counterexample, because remember, a valid argument is always something true following necessarily from a set of true premises. Okay, so what is it saying again? That the conclusion is false. Check the premises. So let's have, right now this is true. B is between A and D. B is between A and D. So let's make that be false. So I did D instead of B, so let's see. B is between A and D. Let's make that false. B is now not between A and D. C is. All right, so let's check that out. So now we're almost there. We have false, true, true, false. Remember, we want true, 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 false for a counterexample. And what you would do is just rearrange them, and it says keep trying. And it says if you have trouble, try putting them in the order D, A, B, C. Okay, so let's try that. We're going to go, whoop, do this. It's a little finicky. D, put this down here. For now, A, B, C. All right, so let's check the truth values there. Yep, now we got what we want. This is a counterexample to this argument. So it's saying this is true, and this is true, but this is false. So this conclusion does not necessarily follow from this set of premises, those 3 premises. All right, we demonstrated that the conclusion does not follow from the premises. Save your counterexample as world counterexample 1, and that's what you would do. And now we've used Tarski's world and come up with one example of a counterexample to an argument.